of the main things I wanted to talk about today, what I call the Great American Grift, because I wonder how many people realize that we are being robbed blind by this administration. And I'm so tired. We talked about this before we went live. I am so tired of people saying, oh, well, he's not, he's working for free. He's working so hard. He's the hardest working president and he's sacrificing his salary. It's like, are you really kidding me? Let's, I want to pull down this banner real quick. So he sacrificed his $400,000 salary to grift $5 billion, and MAGA love
pretty good deal.
Now again, this is a number. I pulled some information to try to get the right number. So again, this is a disclaimer. I don't know if that's the accurate number, but we do know it's a big number,
and it's growing.
And growing. He getting golf courses and more hotels all over the world now.
I can't hardly stand to watch it. It makes my blood. Sometimes I just feel like it's so frustrating. I mean, it's just, you're going to steal from us in our face. You're going to steal from us behind our back. You're going to knock down pieces of our history. He's just destruction. He's an earth disturber, as my aunt would say. Not disturber.
Before I play a clip, there's a couple things that was released this week. So this, have you heard about this? So the least qualified FBI director, we know that, was caught using $60 million FBI jet for a date, but we can't afford Snap. And the reason we know this is because a top FBI official with 27 years standing has reportedly been fired by the Bureau after its director, Kash Patel, became enraged by press stories revealing he had used a government jet to travel to see his girlfriend sing the national anthem at a wrestling match. So Stephen Palmer, who had worked at the Bureau since 1998, was fired as head of the FBI's Critical Incident Response Group, which is responsible for handling major security threats, as well as overseeing the agency's fleet of jets. He was the third head of the unit to be dismissed since Patel became the second Trump administration's FBI director in February. Bloomberg Law, which broke the story, said that 3 unnamed sources had expressed astonishment at the sacking, given that Patel's flight schedules were fully public and trackable on websites. So was it last week we talked about Kristi Noem's jets?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So we have Kristi Noem's jets, a couple 200 million there. Kash Patel just flying the jet around like he owns it. And then
after he criticized the last one for doing the same. There's a video of him criticizing him, and he's like, it costs $15,000 every time you take off. And then he did it. And she was taking selfies, so we was going to find out anyway.
Yeah. Well, and then he throws this Gatsby party. We'll talk about that in a minute for Halloween. But I want to play a little bit of this because it's him and his entire family who are making a ton of money here. So let's just listen to a little bit of this.
$800 million from sales of crypto assets. This on top of potentially billions more in unrealized on-paper gains. Now, much of this cash has been coming in from foreign sources, which doesn't come as a surprise when we factor in Trump's 2 eldest sons basically trotting around the world, pitching their family's crypto business, World Liberty Financial, to investors. Joining us now, Michelle Conlon. She is one of the reporters at Reuters who uncovered this story. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us, and more importantly, for this really kind of eye-opening report. Walk us through what the reporting here suggests and connecting the dots between what the 2 Trump sons are doing, the sources of this money, and how it has enriched the Trump family business.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. So Eric and Don Jr. have been on something of a international investment roadshow for their companies, especially the crypto company. And so they've been kind of going around the world. And when I say world, I mean this is a tour that spanned the Middle East, Asia, and China, courting foreign investors for investments. And what we know is that the vast majority of investors in World Liberty Financial, the wallets, the top wallets that we're able to identify and track, 72% of those are foreign wallets. So those are wallets belonging to foreigners. Wallet being the term of art for where you hold your crypto, like a bank account. And what's also interesting is that of the known large investors in World Liberty Financial, many have big legal and regulatory entanglements. And in the case of at least two of those people, since they're big investments in World Liberty, those legal and regulatory entanglements have dissolved.
Oh, wow.
And
Just a coincidence, I'm sure.
and they've had a great reversal of fortune.
It's disgusting.
Can you say
You saying
handcuffs?
coup they been out doing their job?
No, can you say handcuffs? Because after this administration, all of them are going to be in handcuffs.
I hope so.
Whoever's campaigning for the next presidency, for anybody other than the Republicans, need to be saying what they're going to do, because anything else is not going to be tolerated for me. No APAC money and none of that.
James Comey and Tisha, what's her last name? Tisha. They
Tish James.
yeah, the judges are throwing the case, not throwing the cases out. They're saying that Trump has a point.
We have to put. It's like pacifying a borderline personality or a child that's just out of control. You are creating a monster, and eventually that monster might be bigger than you. Now you're 15 and he got you in a headlock. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't whoop him. You can't discipline him now. It's too late.
Out of control.
Well, and the reporter asked him about, because he pardoned that crypto guy, right? That was indicted for fraud and went to jail. So that and now they're screaming about the auto pen. Evidently, Trump doesn't even know who the hell he's pardoning.
That's what I said.
That's again the hypocrisy.
I disagree with that. I think he fully know the guy.
And
I think he knows him. And he's playing dumb, deaf, and blind. No, I think
he doesn't know anything. Mike Johnson doesn't know anything.
Nobody knows.
Mike ain't never seen nothing. I didn't see that. I didn't read it.
Joe Biden did, so that we could be on equal footing. Or Joe Biden, he had his documents in the toilet, in the bathroom too. So he always got a way to weasel, to slither, I should say, to slither out of a situation.
But that's what snakes do. So I guess he know his job.
That's why I said he know what he doing. He know the people that's backing him are stupid. They just listen to, okay, Donald, and everybody that works with him is a criminal.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
he need a person that got something on him so that he can keep them, lock and key.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading Jazzy.
Me too. I was looking at that.
Not in the toilet.
That's weird. So we're going to talk about this Great Gatsby party just a little bit, but remember the cutter, the plane, right? Not even getting that as a gift, but how much tax money is it costing us to have that thing retrofitted?
$1 billion
to make it
retrofitted.
right. The whole ballroom fiasco, the $20 billion that's the one that's shady as hell to me. $20 billion going to Argentina.
40.
Right.
That was 40.
Oh yeah, they doubled it.
They doubled it.
I forgot. Yep,
Doubled it. Yeah.
While they're cutting billion for Argentina. He gave them $40 billion, but then Argentina only committed to buying 7 million of our beef from us. So the man, when he got the $40 billion, he gave a party.
I think it's a grift.
I haven't read
and I can't prove that. That's allegedly.
I'm not making these stories.
We believe you.
We believe you.
I can read everything there is to read. I say, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
We gotcha. So did you guys hear about this little party that they threw?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very disgusting.
I just want to play a
I'm
little
Amy
bit
Goodman.
of it.
On Friday, President Trump held a lavish Great Gatsby Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago just hours before the estimated 42 million people lost SNAP benefits. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy wrote on social media, the way he rubs his inhumanity in Americans' face never ceases to stun me. He's illegally refusing to pay food stamp benefits while he throws a ridiculously over-the-top Gatsby party for his right-wing millionaire and corporate friends, unquote. In a piece for the Financial Times headlined How Gatsby Foretold Trump's America, the University of London literature professor Sarah Churchwell writes, quote, the novel's prescience lies not in foretelling specific events, but in diagnosing a culture where power enjoys impunity and cruelty rubs out its traces. A society run by careless people, the unheeding brutality of so-called world builders has returned most recently in the dark fantasies of Trumpism and in Silicon Valley's fatuous motto, move fast and break things, she wrote.
Freaking believable.
First of all, did he read the book? Or at least listen to the Audible?
The man doesn't
You
read.
need to give the lady that asked you about him not taking a salary. You need to give her a copy of the show.
Could he at least watch the movie?
Ask somebody, tell him about it or something. Read a synopsis.
The thing is, he wouldn't care. We
wouldn't.
assumed that he would care, and that's, you know, he would.
It's just so on the nose. Like, how do you literally throw a party that is just a display of excess and greed?
It's like Don Jr. having a Wolf of Wall Street party.
For
And they're
real.
like, YMCA.
Hey,
He'll tell you he does cocaine.
Finish
Well,
your
we don't know what he's going to be doing in his.
He doesn't do cocaine. He doesn't.
No?
it's Adderall or something. What is it?
Adderall.
Or are you talking about? Oh, is that Junior? Are you talking about Junior?
It was Junior when he was up on stage talking really fast, and he's like, "I don't do coke. I don't know anything about coke."
I'm sorry, Keisha.
You looking like they did on the Wolf of Wall Street back in that little
You kind of nailed that one, Keisha. You did.
you did.
Oh my God, it's so funny. And you know,
It's not funny. This shit is crazy.
He always does that too. He does it all the time.
He always does that, you know.
Mhm. You gotta tell.
Oh my God.
It's a daggone shame, and we paying for it though. That's what make me mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why there was a blue wave yesterday.
That is people are waking up. I thought this was kind of interesting. So a country run by banks will always be in debt. Healthcare run by big pharma will never cure disease. A state run by war will never know peace. And a nation run by media will never know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Because I don't see a lot of media talking about the grift.
They
Here,
not talking
we're
about
seeing
shit.
some.
I
We're
don't
seeing
hear
some.
But
Yeah.
it's true that
See some of it, but the rest of them, nobody telling the truth.
No.
Nobody
Because the
telling.
truth.
They don't say
Like,
nothing.
was
They
it-
don't even want to talk about the weather. Like they don't want us to know about big storms. Or
The weather ain't even right no more.
weather not right. The planes didn't crash, and there's no lines at the airport.
And they had nerve to say today, this is something I thought, now how ridiculous we gonna get? And they was like, so what are you gonna do? They said, well, ask Joe Biden what he gonna do. He ain't been seen in the last 3 months. He's not the president.
That's right.
Why did you can't do everything? Can't be Joe Biden and the left. Everything can't be it, and somebody's got to stop it. I don't know how we're gonna stop it. But it's got to. We just going to kick it up another notch.
Yeah.
And
What
then you
happened?
saying, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. Didn't nobody say you were a king? We said we don't want one, and we're trying to stop you from being a king. You're missing the point.
Yeah. And that's why we were getting a lot of comments when we did that one show, right?
Oh yeah.
And people are saying, oh, it was on the protest footage. Oh, well, gee, thank you for letting us know we don't have a king. It's like, that's not the point. The point is what you just said. We don't want a
And
king.
you notice how they always have a smart mouth to come back with.
Oh, yeah.
We call him Petty Crocker.
All right. Okay, so these things to keep an eye on.